Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my October favorites. These are products I was loving in the month of October. Some are old favorites and some are newer things to me. I don't have like a ton of stuff. It was kind of a more mellow, chill month for me. So I didn't really dabble into that many new releases this month, even though there were a few. I didn't really get a chance to play with that many of them. But nonetheless, these products I love, I adore them, and I want to share them with you today. And honestly, I can't believe it's October. I was just filming my October favorites video. And it's been a year. Like, Christmas is like tomorrow. It's so crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And the first product, the first favorite I want to talk about, if you can take a wild guess, it is the Morphe and Kathleenlights palette. I know this just released, but I have been using it for months and months and months. Now is just when I'm finally able to talk about it because it's out. I will link the palette down below.
Yeah, hi, it's me. I had to pause this video because I had no idea that my palette was gonna sell out before my favorites video went up. I don't think that's ever happened with a collab of mine, like sell out that fast. I'm so sorry. I cannot link it down below because it was limited edition, but I am doing my best to not convince Morphe, but I'm doing my best to try to get Morphe to bring it back one more time. So I'm hoping the palette will be in stock in the near future. I'm still working on it, but I'm gonna achieve that for you guys. I'm gonna do it. But okay, I love you guys. I'm so sorry this is like sold out, but I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye. Thanks.
Just in case you guys haven't checked it out, but I love it so much. I've been using it non-stop. This is the perfect palette for every day or for a night out. I have a smoky eye tutorial using this palette as well. There will be more tutorials coming soon. I have been using it non-stop. I do have, of course, as you know, a 10% off coupon code for Morphe. It's just Kathleenlights. You put it in at checkout and you save 10%. It's not a huge discount considering this palette is only $14.99. But it's a little bit of something. And yes, I've been loving it so much, but you guys know this. You guys know. Okay, so I have been using two primers the majority of the month off camera. I don't even think I've used these on camera at all, but I love these so much, and both for completely different reasons. The first one is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Primer. I didn't think I was gonna like this as much as I do because I don't typically love those silicone pore minimizing primers. I go for something a bit more hydrating, but as you guys know, I've mentioned this in past videos, I'm having some skin issues at the moment. I've noticed that a lot of you guys are like, oh my god, your skin is getting so much better, and it has. It's gotten so much better, but it's actually returning. It's coming back. The past 2 days, I've noticed the bumps starting to rise again all over my forehead, and I thought I had cured it, but I guess not. I still don't know what's causing it, but they're coming back. I don't know what to do. I'm still trying to figure it out, but this primer has really done a great job of just evening out the texture of my skin, and I have a lot of texture issues right now. It doesn't feel super silicone-y. It almost feels moisturizing and silky, but then it has kind of like a smooth silicone powdery finish. I'm not sure how to describe the texture of this, but it's like a hybrid between a thin moisturizer and a silicone pore minimizing texture, if that makes sense. You don't need a lot of this. I find that if I use too much, it kind of looks like a white cast on my face. That goes away once you put foundation on top, but I just like to apply this to the areas where I need a lot of like help when it comes to texture and pores. I just apply some right here, some right here on my forehead, and then on my chin, and it just smooths out the surface, and foundation looks so nice on top of it. Even for fine lines, I noticed that this just makes it like porcelain and smooth and perfect. It's awesome for that. It says oil-free, poreless, skin perfecting serum primer, and I love it. It has a pump. I love this. I think it's exclusive to Sephora. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it is. The other primer I want to talk about is actually from the brand Emani, I believe. Emani, yes. And this is their Perfect 10 Primer Serum. I got this off of the Target website. I'm obsessed with this. I am obsessed with this. I heard a YouTuber talking about this. I can't remember who it was, but I remember her raving about it, and it sounded so amazing that I went out and purchased it, and I love it. It's called the Perfect 10 Primer Serum because it supposedly has 10 organic extracts to help like moisturize, smooth the skin, prime the skin, all that. I love it because it's so sticky, and not sticky in like a tacky, weird, uncomfortable way. It has the texture of a moisturizer slash serum, but then when you blend it out on your face, it starts to get a little bit sticky. And I love that because I find that the foundation really sticks to it and it keeps my makeup on all day, but it also helps hydrate the skin, especially me that I have very dry skin. This is so hydrating and so moisturizing, but not greasy or slippy. It like stays in place. I don't know how to explain it. It's an awesome primer. It's so nourishing and so smoothing, but I feel like it's really priming my skin. The kind of primers I typically wear are just to give me a bit of hydration, but this I feel gives me a bit of hydration and makes my makeup stay on longer. It has very natural ingredients and you could look for it on the Target website. I don't think they sell it in store, or maybe not yet, I'm not sure, but I purchased it on Target. So as you know, I have been loving the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation because it was the only foundation in my collection that was able to cover up all the crap that was going on in my face and around my forehead. But once my skin started to get a little bit better, I kind of stopped using that on a daily basis, and this is what I've been using most days. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye foundation, and the only reason I'm showing you this one is because this is in the shade Light, and I don't have the shade in the CC Cream. I have the shade Fair in the CC Cream, which is a little bit too light for me, but this is pretty much the exact same thing as this, yet this is way more expensive. Like, they charge you like $20 more for this when it's the same freaking product. I don't understand that. I have a whole video reviewing this, but just pretend I'm talking about the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream, because it's more affordable than this. But anyway, the Bye Bye foundation is what I've been using non-stop. I love it because I'm someone who really hates wearing foundation all the time. I never put on foundation on a day-to-day basis. I always go bare skin, but when I go places, I like to cover up some imperfections, and this has been really good to me because it's really great coverage, but feels like a moisturizer on the skin. Like, I don't feel it on my face at all, but the coverage is awesome. It also has SPF 50, which is perfect when you go outside. It's protecting your skin from the sun. There really isn't anything bad to say about this except the price. It is pricey, but I also really love the CC cream. I just think that these are amazing because you get all the benefits of a BB cream or a CC cream or whatever, yet you get amazing coverage, which not that many BB creams can offer that. So I've been using this Bye Bye foundation like a mofo. I love it so much. And the brush I have been loving to use it with is this one right here. This is from the e.l.f. Beautifully Precise line. They came out with a ton of new brushes and I love so many of them. Some are not my favorite, but I love so many, and this one is one of my favorites. I love this for so many different things. I actually have two of them because I use them for different things. What I mostly use it for is foundation. As you can see, I have foundation on it. This little pairing right here, this little combo is amazing. This applies foundation flawlessly. I guess because of the way it's shaped, it has like this angle right here, and it just brushes the product on your face so nicely, and you could just like pounce it in. It's awesome. I love it for that. It's also really great to contour with because it has that perfect angle. You can get a really chiseled look. You could even set your powder with this. It's such a great brush. I love the way it's shaped. So many different uses for this, so affordable, and it actually reminds me a lot of this guy right here. This is the Marc Jacobs the Face No. 2 brush. It has a very similar angle to it. The Marc Jacobs one is a little bit more slanted and this one is a lot fluffier, so they're not exactly the same, but I get the same feel and pretty much the same application with both brushes, and I love this Marc Jacobs brush. So I'm so glad I have a dupe or an alternative. Definitely check it out on the e.l.f. website. They're really good. I want to give another huge shout out to the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I know I talk about this all the time, but I have just realized that this is my favorite bronzer of all time. And I know that I talk about Nars Laguna and my Girl Lactic Cobble. Those are definitely in my top 5, but this has just taken the place of my favorite bronzer. It's the one I go to instantly. I don't really like this when I have self-tanner on because it is very light. And I have the darker shade out of the two. They have light bronzer and then bronzer. This one is bronzer. I wish they would come out with an even darker one, but this bronzer is literally perfect when I don't have a tan on. Like when I have my natural skin color, it's perfect for my skin tone. It's not too cool, but it's not warm either at all. Oh my gosh, I love it. The bronzer I'm wearing on my face today, it just has the perfect undertone, and I grab this more than I grab any other bronzer in my collection. And at first I was very into the scent, but now I guess because it smells like so tropically and pineapple-y, and I'm feeling very fall these days, the scent is like driving me crazy. I'm kind of worried that the scent in this product might irritate my skin. Maybe it's just what I'm telling myself, but leave me a comment down below if you use the butter bronzer and if it has irritated your skin. I would love to know. Not that mine is doing that, but I would just love to know. So anyway, I love this bronzer and it has definitely become my holy grail bronzer. It is hands down the best bronzer at the drugstore in my opinion, and probably my favorite bronzer of all time, like ever. So I have 2 highlights I want to mention. I have been using them both on and on the entire month, but I have definitely been using this one the most. It has like my fingerprints all over it. This is the Jouer powder highlight in the shade Citrine. They came out with 3 highlights, and this is the one that I love the most. I find this one the most flattering for my skin tone. I love this highlight. It's the highlight I'm wearing on my face right now. It's so beautiful. It's a very light gold, so perfect for very fair skin, but it looks so wet on the skin, and I know that that's like weird to describe, but it does. It looks like your cheeks are wet. At first, I was thrown off by this formula because I don't have any highlight in my collection with this formula. You would have to touch it for yourself. It's the strangest formula, but I feel like that's what makes it look so wet looking on the skin. This applies better with a synthetic type of brush. So this is the Real Technique setting brush. It has synthetic hairs. So definitely keep that in mind if you have been interested in the Jouer highlights. I also really love the packaging even though it gets dirty so easily. I love how it looks on the face. And I've also really been liking the new Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar. When I saw this, I was so excited. It's a very similar color to the Jouer one, but this one is a little bit deeper. It's not as light. This one is definitely more golden, like a more true gold color. Really beautiful, not as wet looking as the Jouer one. It's not as smooth, but it still looks gorgeous on the cheeks. Wet n Wild has been killing it when it comes to highlights. Their Precious Petals highlight is one of my favorite highlights at the drugstore, if not my favorite highlight at the drugstore. They really get it right when it comes to highlights, at least powder highlights, and this one is no exception. I love this one. If you're in Walgreens or wherever they sell Wet n Wild, definitely look for this because it is amazing and so affordable. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this video up with some lip products. I wanna give a shout out to the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Allison. I love Ashton though, that's my favorite. This is Allison. I know Allison just seems like a typical color that every brand has. Like when I look at this, I'm like, I know I can find a dupe of this in my collection somewhere. But I love this color. I have been wearing it a lot. I wore it in a recent video. I've been wearing it off camera. It's just that no-brainer color for me that matches with any outfit. It's such a neutral shade, but it looks stunning no matter what you do with your face. A little bit of mascara, this lip, and you are fall ready and good to go, and it matches just like with everything. Or any color like this, if you feel like you have something similar in your collection, bring it out for the fall because it's a staple, and I just love this color so much. And the formula of Anastasia liquid lipsticks have gotten better, I feel, because I was not a fan of them in the beginning, but I really like Allison. A lip liner I have been loving is from the brand Palladio. You can get this at Ulta. This is a lip liner in the shade Coffee. It's a really rich brown lip liner, and on me it looks very dark, but it pairs so well with so many lipsticks. I love pairing it with Miami Fever, Havana Nights, 0.0. Even with lighter colors, like if you really want to vamp up your lip, put on the Coffee lip liner underneath and it will just take it to the next level. It will make it much darker, more brown, and just perfect for fall. Definitely one of my favorite lip liners right now, and I think it's very affordable. I'm not sure how much I paid for this, but I love it. It's also waterproof. It stays in place all day. It's one of those retractable lip liners, which you know are the best. I hate sharpening lip liners. So there have been days this month where all I've done is filled in my eyebrows, put mascara on my top lashes, and put on a lip color, and then that's all I do. When I've gone to Publix or when I've gone out to do random things, that's what I've done recently. And the lip color I always throw on is this. This is the Nars Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Stripped. This is my favorite one out of all of them. The darker colors are really nice, but I prefer a very matte lip when it comes to darker shades. The lighter colors in this are awesome. I also really love Playpen. That one is a really pretty everyday pink shade, but Stripped is awesome. It's the perfect light pinky nude. Seriously, it's the perfect light pinky nude. I love the undertone in this. It has the pigmentation of a lipstick. It has kind of a shine, like a mild gloss. I have just been throwing this color in my purse and reapplying throughout the day. And then my last favorite is an ultra matte lip from Colourpop. This is in the shade Love Bug. I'm actually wearing this right now mixed with the Ultra Satin Lip in 0.0. I mix 0.0 with literally everything. Something about it just works so well with every color. So I mixed those two today to apply it to my mouth. But on its own, it's such a beautiful red orange. More red than orange, I would say, but it has like that burnt terracotta undertone. It's one of their newer colors and I am obsessed with it. Love Bug is so beautiful, especially for the fall. Definitely pick it up if you haven't already. If you are into the ultra matte lip, I know that some people aren't crazy about the formula. I myself prefer the satin lips, but I don't mind the ultra matte lip either. And this color is so beautiful that I'll wear it no matter what. So I really have been loving this. And yeah, that completes this video, guys. I know it wasn't super interesting or super exciting, but those are the products I have been using a lot in October. Leave me a comment down below if there's a product you have been loving in October. Maybe I'll check it out. If I haven't already, let me know. What has your favorite been this month? Like your ultimate makeup favorite. Leave it below. But yeah, I feel so like the movie The Craft. Have you seen that movie? It actually scares the crap out of me. I don't love that movie, even though I've seen it like a million times. But I feel very The Craft with this choker and this dress. I feel very 90s right now. But anyway, yeah, I guess that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. My skin started to get a little bit better. And then my last,